explain.
I like sitting down in my little nest back here.
Is it going?
Yep.
Okay.
Oh.
We're rolling.
Let me start my...
Hello.
Okay. Okay. Are we ready?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. How many times can I say okay?
Okay.
Take a shot of coffee every time I say
Coffee.
Take an espresso. Hey everybody, welcome back to Unfiltered Faith. My name is Becca.
Maddie.
Jacob.
And they're playing on their phones because we're going to play a game later. So they're getting their little games ready. But the game that we're going to play has to do with everybody's favorite topic, which is dating.
Woo, woo.
And just a little context I think would be helpful. I am married. I've been married for almost 3 years. Jacob has been in a serious dating relationship for
2.5.
2.5 years, okay? And Maddie has been in a serious dating relationship for 6?
Almost 7.
Okay,
6 months.
6 months, okay. So we're in some serious relationships over here. And the topic that I wanted to talk to you guys about, because you both are hoping to be engaged soon and married soon, and stay with your partners you have now. And so the question that I think a lot of people have that no one really knows how to answer is, what do you look for in a potential partner? How do you know that that person is the one?
Was that a question?
Yes.
Yeah.
I think, the Bible tells us 2 are better than 1. If one, how can one stay warm if they lie alone?
Mm-hmm.
A man who finds a wife finds something that is good.
Mm-hmm.
Talks about relations as, very good things.
Mm-hmm.
And also being single is a very good thing too.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that when choosing a partner, especially if you're looking to Jesus for advice, that partner needs to, be a follower of Jesus.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's a very important requirement.
For sure. 1st or 2nd Corinthians, Maddie?
It's 1 Corinthians. How did you know?
I'm just going to let you get there and read it, but absolutely, Scripture's pretty clear on if you are a follower of Jesus, you should be in relation with another follower of Jesus. Mm. Also, why would you not want to be? If you love the Lord, why would you want to be in a relationship with someone who doesn't know Him? Go ahead, take it away.
Take it away, Penny.
Well, which one am I reading? Because this whole chapter is about marriage.
Well, my mind went straight to unequally yoked.
Yeah.
Ooh, I don't know which one that one is, though. Actually.
Well, the analogy is, it says do not be unequally yoked, right? And the analogy is the yoke is the harness that you would put on 2 mules, yeah. And what happens if one is stronger than the other, it's off kilter, it's off balance, you can't get any work done. Mm-hmm. So if the mules or oxen or whatever's pulling the yoke are equal, they're going to move a lot faster, they're going to get a lot more work done, they're going to be a lot more efficient. So if you put that in a relationship context, if you and your partner are equally yoked, you're going to work together well, you're going to be efficient, you're going to be good partners, good communicators when it comes to things of the faith. But if you're unequally yoked, maybe you're more spiritually mature than your partner, and you're either going to go on and leave this person behind, or they're going to drag you back. And that's really, really dangerous. Now, I don't think this is spiritual maturity is a little different in terms of, I think you can be more spiritually mature than your partner. Now, how much, that's a question. That's definitely a question you should look into. But I think as long as you're growing, you're moving forward, if that makes sense. You got somewhere you want to go?
Well, I have it. If you want me to read the Bible verse.
Yeah.
It was 2 Corinthians 6:14. It says, Do not be unequally yoked together with unbelievers. For what fellowship does righteousness have with unrighteousness? And what communion has light with darkness?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. In that example, light with darkness, you're either going to be pulled back or...
I'm getting all the audio here. Whenever I turn to listen.
That's smart. So in that context, we know, okay, number 1, they need to be a believer. That's non-negotiable, right? What are some other things that you would look for in a potential partner?
in Genesis, I think about the first relationship ever, Adam and Eve. So God saw that Adam was alone, and he needed a helper. And I think that which we'll probably get into this with the game, but do you have to complement each other well? That's a question that I wanted to ask, because I don't believe so. I don't believe that you necessarily have to complement each other well in a worldly sense, because, I mean, I think about two completely opposites. You know, even if they don't complement each other well, they could still do work for the kingdom.
Yeah. I think, and compliment with an E, not as in I'm giving you compliments, but compliment as in fit together.
Yes.
Right. I do think that you have to enjoy one another.
Yeah, of course.
It's now, do I think any two believers could come together in a marriage and make it work? Probably. Just because the Lord will have his hand in that.
Yeah.
Do I think you're going to be more successful or have more fun or more joy with someone you like? Probably. Just because, you know, there are believers that I've encountered that our personalities don't jive, and maybe I'm too much for them or they're a little too much for me. Love them, but I couldn't do life with them. Right? I could if the Lord wanted me to, but you have to genuinely enjoy being around that person. The way, I'll just speak from experience, the way that I knew Drake was the one that I wanted to be with was because I felt authentically me when I was with him. I felt like I was exactly who I was supposed to be. I didn't hide anything from him. I didn't have to hide anything from him. The thoughts that came to my brain, I said out loud, and he just took them as they came, and it wasn't ever something that I had to work to be someone for him, if that makes sense. Which is in a lot of ways how Jesus calls us. It says, "You just come to me as you are."
Yeah.
And that's all I need from you. So I think that's how I knew in that way that Drake was it for me, was that it was just very simple.
I think one big thing to look for is their fruit.
Yeah.
Like, are they producing? It doesn't mean they have to be like in a big platform and doing
Pastoring a church,
doing all the things, but like, are they serving?
Yeah.
Do they have the fruits of the Spirit? Maybe they aren't like I said, like a pastor or have a big platform, but do they love well? Are they gentle? Are they kind? Do they have self-control? That is a big like thing to look for.
Yeah,
That's
for
probably honestly, like in a dating relationship, I would say that's one of the like top for me.
Yeah.
Because like my convictions in those type of areas where you do have to have self-control are very like
hard and fast.
Yeah. And so if your partner doesn't believe the same or doesn't realize, okay, hey, this is a conviction or a boundary that needs to be set, if they're not okay with that, let them go. Because you will compromise everything for that person, and that person will lead you, and it goes it goes well with the unequally yoked. Like, if it doesn't mean you have to have the same convictions, but if they're not able to be like, I'm gonna respect you in this, and like put the Lord first and realize like, hey, this is a boundary that needs to be set, then they're not the person for you.
Yeah, absolutely. There's so much truth to that. And I think the really cool thing is that you both have experience in that. I mean, you both have set boundaries in your relationship that your partners may not have had the same conviction, but they've both been like, okay, like I respect that, and I want to chase purity with you, so we're not going to do that. Which I think is like speaks even more to the that the Lord has His hand in it, that your partners have the Spirit and things like that.
And I think I also want to touch, because like there's some things that you're not going to know to see until you get further in the relationship.
Yeah.
Like, so the self-control thing, like, yeah, you can be bold and have that talk on the first date, but sometimes that doesn't come until like a little bit later.
Yeah, absolutely.
And you have that talk. But there are certain things, like I was talking about, the fruit that you look for is, are they nice? Like, are they genuinely nice? And not just to you,
Right.
but, like, to other people.
Yeah.
Are they, like, it's so simple, but, like, are they kind?
Yeah.
Like, or do they actually have a kind heart, or are they looking to hurt other people? Are they nice to the waiter or the waitress? Do they hold the door open not just for you, but for the people who are coming through behind you or before you? Do they make you feel seen? Do they make you feel heard? Because if they do that early on, then it shows you that they have intention to continue to do that, and they're actually, like, you are actually being seen and heard.
Yeah, they make their
That makes
intentions
sense.
clear, for
Yeah.
sure. That was one of the things I wrote down, is how they treat others, especially those who are serving them. It's real easy to be nice to my friends. But when I am being served at a restaurant, or I am being taken care of at a hospital or a doctor's office, or the grocery store, someone's checking out my groceries, how am I treating those people? How am I treating the people who are walking slow in front of me while I'm trying to get somewhere, or when I'm driving, you know?
Yeah.
How am I treating those people?
And also listen to what they say,
Yeah.
because Scripture says, from the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaks.
Yes.
If what they say does not align with what the Lord says,
Yes.
that's a very big indication that
Yeah.
they're not who they seem to be.
Yeah, because it'll come out.
Yes.
It's like you will reveal who you are with your words.
Yeah.
Every time. Because I can talk pretty only as long, I can do it for a little bit, but eventually something will come out.
Yeah.
And I'll reveal myself. So yeah, what they say for sure, how they serve, you already spoke to that. I think something that you might not figure out till a little bit later on is how they handle conflict. That's so important.
Yeah.
How are they going to handle conflict? Are they going to communicate with you when their feelings are hurt? Are they going to communicate when they've done something wrong? Are they going to accept blame? Are they going to apologize? Are they going to seek reconciliation, and not me versus you, but us versus an enemy? That is so important, and that's something you may not figure out until a few months in.
Yeah.
But that is so important, how they handle conflict. Pursuing purity, you already talked about. Their community, who are they in community with? Who do they spend their time with?
Yeah.
What do their friends look like? Are their friends believers? That's probably something to pay attention to. And then another thing for me is how they spend their money. What do they spend their money on?
Yeah.
Are they good stewards? Do they steward what they have well? Or are they blowing their money all the time? Which is something that I have to work on. But
Me too.
truthfully, if you want a future with this person, if you're planning a future with this person, are they spending their money on whatever they want? Are they saving? Are they stewarding their finances well?
Yeah, and like self-control can go into that too, where like it's okay to buy this, but like is it always? Like even with ourselves, so we should ask that. Like, it's okay to buy like what we want, but are we always doing that?
Yeah.
To check yourself in that.
Yeah. So I want to play our game now, because I'm excited. So what we have is red flags, which means stop, no, cut it off. Yellow flags, which means take it slow, maybe have a conversation about it. And a green flag, which means that's awesome, that's great, that's what you want.
Okay.
Okay, are you ready, guys?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm going to give them a scenario of something that a partner is doing, and you will decide if it's a red, green, or yellow flag. Okay? So, number 1, they bring up their ex constantly. Okay, tell me why.
I think that it's important to talk about past relationships, and I think number 1, to understand where they came from, understand why they may get certain triggers, understand why they may think certain ways about certain topics. So I think it's definitely something to speak about, but also whenever they're bringing them up all the time, constantly, that may be something to sit down and be like, hey, let's talk more about it. How are you feeling in this? Are you having thoughts of, you miss them, and in what context? Do you miss them as in you want to be with them? Do you miss them as in you're mourning a friendship maybe? Or I just think it's good to kind of sit down even with counsel and talk about that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I agree. I think it goes along very well with the communication thing. And Jacob talked about like the triggering and stuff like that. That's really important because you have two people who are trying to get to know each other, and that person, even though they're not in their life anymore, like obviously had like a part in their life,
Right.
and there are things that need to be talked about and discussed.
For sure. Yeah. Talking about your history is very important and should happen pretty early, I think.
And to not be accepting to listen to it is not very loving for you.
Yeah.
Like if you're just like, why are you always talking about this?
Mm-hmm.
Like there's obviously a reason, and just like Jacob said, like sit down and let's talk about it.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Okay. They get jealous when you hang out with your friends and want to know who you're with all the time. Okay, interesting. Okay, tell me. Actually, let's start with yellow. Why yellow?
I think that a lot of it depends on context and heart posture.
Okay.
So, if you're hanging out with horrible, quote unquote horrible people who you
Well, let's say this: you're hanging out with your friends who have the Spirit. They're Christians. They're good. Okay, there we go. Okay, tell me one.
Go ahead. Or do you want me to go?
You can go, yeah, unless you want me to go.
Yeah, you know me. Go.
Okay. The reason why I put red is because like the only ones that I hang out with like do have the Spirit, so like I'm answering it from my like in my situation.
Right, yeah.
But like Jacob was saying, like if it's someone who isn't leading you to Christ or someone who doesn't have the Spirit, then obviously like if your partner has the Spirit and they're like, hey, you probably shouldn't be doing that. The jealous thing is the reason why I put the red flag.
Mm-hmm.
Because like if you have someone who is going to be your lifelong partner and that's who you're choosing, like they're going to be very okay with you spending time with the people that you love.
Right.
They're going to be okay with you spending time with your friends. Yeah, they might be a little bit sad because they're not spending time together,
Right.
and
Yeah.
that's normal.
Yeah.
But the jealousy part, as in like keeping them, they don't love you.
Yeah, that's so insecure.
It's not like, and I can speak to this like, because Corey and I, like, he hangs out with his friends, I hang out with my friends, and it's never like I don't want you to do that.
Yeah.
It's never like, yeah, of course I want you to do that, and I don't want to keep you from doing, like, from spending time with people that you want to spend time with and that you love and that you're happy when you spend time with them.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and so if someone keeps you from that and keeps you from your community, I think that's a very big red flag.
Yeah.
And just in my opinion.
Yeah, I wish that there was an orange flag, because, a mix between yellow and red, because,
You want me to get one?
Is it more of like, don't break up with them immediately, but have a conversation?
yeah, I think it's important to understand,
Yeah.
is this coming from insecurity on your part? Is it coming from distrust? But, yeah, I mean,
I agree with that.
I think context is always super important.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that anybody should jump the gun being like, nope, this is it.
Unless,
Yeah.
unless you're in danger or you're being abused in any way,
Right.
emotionally, physically. Right. I think that's probably some good advice as well.
I agree with that. Like, I don't think you should just break up with someone because of that. But it's alarming, is
Yeah.
what I
Yes,
mean
yeah.
by that
Yeah.
red flag.
Yeah.
Red flag, like, you need to check the relationship.
Slow down
like,
quite a
yeah.
bit. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Okay, what about this one? They ask for consent before every step of physical intimacy.
Ding, ding, ding.
It's kind of an easy one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Even if man or woman,
Yeah.
we need to. Yeah.
That shows respect for the other person,
Uh-huh.
because physical intimacy is also emotional intimacy and spiritual intimacy.
Yeah.
So you're kind of hitting all three whenever, it may just seem like a, what's it called, surface level thing, but I think that's very wise. It
Yeah.
also aligns with scripture.
Yeah.
For sure. And no one's like, that's the thing. It's not, people can hear that and be like, that's so dumb. Like, why would I ask for consent before I give someone a kiss on the cheek? No one is ever, I promise you, men, if you're watching, no girl is going to say, you're dumb for asking me for consent.
No.
Like, that is respect to the highest. Like,
Yeah.
that you're showing me respect for my bodily autonomy. You're letting me make the decision.
Yeah.
Which has been historically stripped from women. So the fact that you're doing that just speaks to your character, I think.
Yeah. And, like, our bodies are the temple of the Holy Spirit.
Mm-hmm.
And so it also shows respect to the Lord.
Right.
Whenever you are respecting, like, because that's his child.
Yeah.
And so you are showing respect not only to the person and their body, you're showing respect to you and your body, and you're showing respect to the Lord and his temple.
For sure. Yeah.
Something that the youth pastor at the church I used to go to said, and this has stuck with me for the past, 8 years.
Mm-hmm.
He said that when you're in a relationship, and it was a guy that was telling us this, and it was mostly dudes in the youth class. So he was like, if you're in a relationship, before you drive your girlfriend home, before you say goodnight, whatever, pray with them. He said, because nobody else is going to do that. That's going to make you stand out from everybody else that she's ever been with. Pray with them.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's, I don't know why that came to my mind, but
It's just good advice. Like, invite the Lord in.
Mm-hmm.
Invite the Lord into it, for sure. Okay. They make fun of your interests in a joking way, but do it repeatedly. Okay.
would you...
This is
Ooh.
like, okay, but I'm choosing red, like, yes, we have a talk about it. It's just very alarming.
Yes.
This
Okay.
is like questionable.
That's like wait and see.
Yeah.
To me, like wait, see how that. I'm with you on the red flag.
The
'cause
red-
that's-
Because I love what I love.
Mhm.
And I mean that as in, like, I'm a big fan of everything that I love. And so I have this issue with, like, past friends
Yeah.
too. It's not just like a romantic
Mhm.
partner.
Yeah.
But if you cannot be excited when I'm excited about something, then you don't love me.
Or celebrate
I'm
that
sorry.
excitement,
Yes,
yeah.
like, if you can't,
Yeah.
even if you don't care about it,
Yeah.
like, if you can't be excited because, like, I have joy about something,
Yeah.
and you shut me down and you, like make me feel a certain way because I'm excited about that,
Yeah.
no. And I would never want someone to feel that way. Like, I would never want to make someone feel that way.
Right.
And so I will never, by the grace of God, I shouldn't say never because that word's scary, but, like, Lord willing, like, I won't make someone feel that way because I know how it feels to be
Right.
made that way
Yeah. For sure.
in past, like, friendships and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I was just thinking, you said in a joking way, but all the time.
Yeah. That's the thing. It's
Yeah. So what comes to my mind is in a joking way, like, I joke all the time.
I mean, don't know me.
Yeah. And it's like,
If I bully you, I love you.
yeah, exactly. And I think if it's, I don't know. That's one of those things. It's like define all the time. Like, have you talked about it previously? Hey, this kind of upsets me.
Right.
But I agree with you, Maddie.
That or,
That's-
like, how are they joking?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. No,
How-
they're doing it in
what-
front of other people.
yeah, like, what kind of ways are they doing it in, like, a innocent, like, sweet, like, oh, you can
Like
get over this?
teasing, yeah.
But is it like a belittling, like condescending?
Yeah. Like Jacob's
way?
going playing with his lithium polymer batteries, nerd.
Yeah, like
Yeah, I made
over
that
and
joke
over
this
again.
morning.
But, like, I just think, like I said, like, it's not loving to treat someone like that.
Yeah.
It's
Okay.
very, like, check it again.
Yes, yeah. Okay, here's our next one. They say they don't want to post pictures of you on social media because they like to keep things private, but they post about their interests and hobbies.
I don't know. I'm very guilty of this
Yeah.
because I don't post on social. Like, I post like things that I build and just stuff that I think's fun like that. but I don't post like my personal life with relationships and stuff, like with family or girlfriend or whatever. I don't post about that, because if I were to post a picture of me and Kinsey online, then I get in the headspace of, if this doesn't get a certain amount of likes, then and I just want to be
protecting your peace.
yeah, I want to be genuine
Yeah.
in it, rather, because every time I posted on Instagram back in 2010s, like every time I posted, I was like, this doesn't get at least 100 likes and I'm a failure. And I just don't want to bring that into the relationship and look for, I don't know.
Like approval.
Yeah, look for approval in likes. But is it one of those things where if Kinsey posts a picture of me, I'm like, oh, I'll take that down?
Right.
No, it's not that.
Or you're not interacting with it.
Yeah. But it's one of those things, like, personally, I don't really want to post, hey, I'm going hiking today. Of course, whenever me and Kinsey get engaged and married and stuff, I want to post stuff.
Yeah.
But it's like, I don't know. I kind of am a little more private.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
I think there's a lot of wisdom in that. And I think, too, like, if it doesn't bother Kinsey, then who cares?
Yeah.
Now, if she was like, oh, you post all the time about XYZ and you never post about me, then maybe there's a conversation you can have there.
Yeah.
But if it doesn't bother her, and it really, it probably shouldn't, but if it doesn't, then I don't really think it matters. What's your take on it?
I have yellow because people are very different.
Yep.
And it just goes along with what Jacob said. And also, girls and guys are completely different.
Yeah.
Like, girls want to be posting all the time, and guys are like, I could care less.
Yeah.
And in a way, I don't know why. Like, I don't know why that's different. But even, I really don't know the explanation for that. But that's just usually how it is. Like, girls usually just are more present.
Well, I
and
think
posting.
you think it's also the insecurity and the
Probably.
attention. We want attention because that's how we're made, unfortunately.
Yeah.
We want approval from our friends. But yeah, I think that's a conversation that you have for sure.
And I also, like, too, you said insecurity. I think that if it's a problem to you, then you should check your heart on, like, why is it a problem?
Yes.
Like, why do you feel the need to be, like, flaunted almost in a way?
Yeah. Okay.
Uh-oh. I saw this.
Every time she does that, I tense up.
This one's good. They see taking care of their own children as babysitting. I knew it would be different. Okay, go ahead. Yellow flag.
What? Oh, you put red?
Yeah.
I don't know. Also, I think it just, like I said, depends on context. Because having children is hard. You're taking care of your children, and it's like it does feel like babysitting, because after a long day of work, you get home, you got to clean up, and you got to cook food, and but also, where's your heart posture in it? Mm-hmm. Are you wanting, hey, I love my children, I want to be a good parent to them, I want to be a good mom, dad to those children, but also, I don't know, like, is it a feeling where it's like, I don't want to speak to my children, I just want them to go to bed so I can relax?
Yeah, detached almost,
Yeah, so I think it just depends on heart posture, and that's a conversation that needs to be, again, if I had an orange flag, I'd probably put that up.
Yeah. I put red because it takes two to make a baby.
Yeah.
And it shouldn't take one to raise one. Mm-hmm. And that's usually how it happens.
Yeah.
It's because, like, as women, we have motherly instincts. Mm-hmm. So, like, and I'm not saying that it's our fault, and I'm not saying it's the men's fault either.
Right.
Like, it's just how it happens.
Yeah.
But, like, you are a partner for a reason.
Yeah.
Like, it shouldn't be like, oh, the wife is the one who has the kids all the time, and the husband can go do whatever he wants, whenever he wants. Yeah. But, like, the wife should also, in your partner, like, with your spouse, you want a teammate, you want someone who's going to help you, and not just be like, well, that's your part of the marriage.
Yeah.
That's your job, not mine.
Right.
And that's not the case.
Yeah.
Like, your child needs both
Mhm.
father and mother interaction, and it shouldn't just be like what Jacob was saying, like, or Becca, like a detachment. Like, they should be involved just as much as, like, both of them should be involved, because I say that usually gets put on the mother, but in some situations it's the father who is taking care of everything.
Yeah.
And so, like, it should just be equal, because one, your kid needs both,
Yeah.
and there's a reason why it takes two.
Yeah.
And you, like, just love your partner well, and in that, like, if they need a break, like, oh, there's a reason why there's two, and there
Yeah.
should be two that help out, not
Yeah.
just the one. It shouldn't just fall on one partner. It should be both. You're a team for a reason.
Yeah, and there are things that a woman gives to a child that a man
Yeah.
can't. I mean, that's just, it's true, and it's true for the man as well.
Yeah.
And there is a stage, those first 3 or 4 months of a child's life, the mother is the
Yeah.
primary caregiver, just because the mother gives things to the child that the man can't.
Mm-hmm.
But this is a conversation that needs to be had before marriage ever gets brought into the picture.
Yeah.
How do you view children?
Mm-hmm.
Are they our children? Are you a dad? Or are you do you just want kids?
Yeah.
Do you want to be a dad, or do you just want kids?
Yeah.
And so I think that you have to have that conversation before marriage. And then, of course, it's going to be tough. Absolutely. There's not a married couple that I know of that would say, oh, as soon as the baby came, everything was perfect. We were equal. We were split 50-50.
Yeah.
That's just not reason. Like, of course, there's going to be a little bit of a learning curve. But I think if you have that conversation beforehand and you're intentional in it, I think you'll be okay.
Yeah.
Forgot to flip the viewfinder around. Gosh. And there goes my phone.
Well, actually, that was 30 minutes, so do you want me to... That's all we have time for today, blah, blah, blah?
Do
you have more questions?
I do. Do we want to keep going?
I think this is fun.
Okay.
You got
Yeah.
a fuzz in your hair?
I don't
Why'd you look like so
She
scared?
freaks out this
Because I thought it was like a bug or something.
A fuzz?
Did I get it?
Yeah, you got it.
Okay. Okay, we'll do a few more then.
So we'll just say this is part 2, or
I would just keep it going. Can we keep it going?
we could do a long video.
Yeah, I'd rather just do a long video, keep the game together, and then...
Okay.
But you guys are going to have to say that's a red flag or that's a yellow flag or whatever, right? 'Cause
Oh,
we don't
yeah,
have that.
'cause- we
No,
don't have
I
the
got the
video.
recording going.
Okay, good. So you
I
can
just-
just cut all this out.
Yeah, I swapped
Okay.
the battery out.
Okay, slay. Okay, here's my next question. This one's interesting. Every time they have an issue, their first call is their mom.
Are you married?
No, you're dating.
Oh yeah, that's the whole point of this game.
Okay.
Yeah, I agree.
Because
Okay.
I do this a lot.
I do
Because
too.
Yeah.
I go to my mom for a lot of things. But also, I think if you're in a serious dating relationship, and I was thinking about this yesterday, whenever you're married, God, your wife, everybody else.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
you can stack everybody else in S tier, whatever,
Yeah.
however you want to stack it. But, God first,
true.
then your wife.
Yeah.
So I think if number one for problems is you're going to your mom, I think it'd be good to talk about this and say, hey, whenever we're married, I'm to be put before all these people,
Yeah.
as the Bible says. So
That was a difficult learning curve for me when Drake and I got married because mom was my go-to. And we had to have a conversation about a month in, really early on, where he said, look, I know you love your mom. I love your mom. She's your best friend. I love that. But I want to take care of you. I want to be the one you go to. Because that in a marriage, it's just you and your partner, really. Everybody else should be, you have this bubble, and these are the two people that are in the marriage. Your mom's not in the marriage, your dad's not in the marriage, your best friend's not in the marriage. Now you have community, of course.
Yeah.
But if you have a problem, especially if you have a problem with your spouse, the last thing you should do is take it to someone else. So I think it's probably some wisdom in that. Is that pretty much?
Yeah, that's what I put yellow because the same. Like, I do that as well, but I think more serious, like, I think it just needs to stay between the two.
Yeah. Yeah. What about this? They encourage you to take time for yourself even when they miss you terribly. Yeah, pretty
Ding, ding,
pretty
ding.
clear. Yeah. There's the thing that I always say about a relationship is it's two people, of course, but if you spend so much time together, you're going to start enmeshing into one, and that gets really dangerous.
Yeah.
You have to be two individuals in one relationship. It's really, really important for the health of your relationship, I think. Okay. They constantly joke about being stuck in the relationship. Yeah. Oh, where you trying to go?
If you feel stuck,
Then
leave.
go, yeah.
Like, no one's helping you down.
Now, also, I think that joke. You know, I think
Yeah.
if they constantly say that they're stuck in this relationship, I think that's definitely something to talk about. If they constantly joke, it's like, well, I'm about to sign some papers for her, you
My
know.
ball and chain.
Yeah.
But here's the thing, though. Like, in a marriage, you don't want to talk about divorce. Like, you don't.
We don't say the D word.
And so, like, for dating, like, you are preparing for marriage. So, like, it's almost like a trial run. Like, you're trying to figure out, like, is this going to... Because I say this all the time. If they do it to start with, then they're going to do it. If they don't do it to start with, why do you expect them to do it in the first... Like, whenever you do get married.
Yeah.
And so, like, joking is different. Like, if it's an actual joke. But if it's all the time, like I said, scripture, the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaks. So if it's all the time, like, why do you bring that up? And maybe, like, the person who's, like, joking, maybe they don't realize that they bring it up all the time. It's like, do you actually... That's when you could sit down and be like, you say that all the time. Like, do you actually mean that, or is it just a joke?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't know. It's alarming because, like I said, if you feel stuck, there's a reason why you feel stuck, and maybe you should figure that out.
Yeah, for sure. What about if they never bring you around their friends? Yeah, I would agree. Why?
Because if their friends are their friends, then why not?
Yeah.
That's a little concerning.
And, like, what are you hiding, almost? Like, why? Because, like, there's a saying that you are, like, the 5 people that you spend the most time with.
Yeah.
Or the 5 people that you associate or are in community with. And so, those people are a part of that person.
Yeah.
Like, they are a part of their life in some way. And so, like, if you're being considered to be a part of their life completely, and you've never, like, been around their friends, it's kind of...
But also that could go in a way of wisdom as well. But, wisdom, but also just a different route, because if they don't want to bring you around their friends, could be because they're wanting to protect you, because your friends are just a group of dudes that don't really respect you in that way. So it's like, hey, I don't want you to be around my friends because...
But why are you friends with them?
Exactly. So that could ask another question where it's like, I don't want you around my friends because these dudes are not good people, and they're going to say things and just make me mad and make you uncomfortable.
Yeah, and then
then why are you going to be friends with them if they're doing that?
Right, that's like a heart check for yourself. Yeah, why am I hanging around these people? Okay.
Spooky.
They don't make church attendance a priority. Interesting. Okay, talk to me.
You go
You want
ahead.
me to go first? So the reason why I put yellow is because some of, like, you have to see, it's, personally for me, church is very important.
Mhm.
But I would rather have someone spend one-on-one time with the Lord
Yeah.
and actually have a relationship with the Lord versus just going to church because they feel like they have to go to church.
Mhm.
But like I said, church is really important for me. That's why I put the yellow, because maybe ask and see why.
Mhm.
Like, I love the Lord, but I'm just not there with church yet. Or I really have a relationship with the Lord, I just haven't found the right church that I
Yeah.
feel like I'm supposed to be at.
Yeah.
Or I love the Lord and I put high attendance on church, but my job keeps me from that.
Yeah, they're
And-
circumstantial, yeah.
And so just like, it's not a big, like, alarming thing. Now, if they never go, like, if they don't plan on going or they're not looking for that, then yeah, that's red. Because, like, why are we not? If you're a Christian, like, you need to be around people who are leading you in the way, like, that are helping you, that are doing life with you.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. Why is it? I think it's a red flag as well, but I
Well-
don't ever. You think about the gray. I don't think about the gray.
I think about it probably not for the same reason, maybe, but I feel like Nolan right now, the way that I'm asking the question back to you in a different way.
Yeah.
But
You're just setting me up. That's what he does. Shout out.
exactly, yeah. Shout out Nolan. So define church. Like, are you the church building? Church isn't, because ultimately we are the church. We are the
Okay.
church body of Christ.
Okay. Worship is a priority. Attending worship services.
Okay, so Sunday morning.
Sunday morning, Wednesday night, serving whenever the doors are open.
Okay, that's whenever I'd pull up my orange flag. Because if you're talking about churches and we are the church body and not wanting to commune with people and commune with the church, then I think that that's definitely something that's like,
Yeah, fellowship.
you know,
yeah.
get your fellow believers around and let's commune with each other. Let's commune with the church where two or more gather. It says two or three, but where two or more gather
Yeah.
in my name, I'm with them.
Yeah. It's like small group. Like we have
Yeah.
small group every week, and if your partner's resistant to being part of that, it's like
You know.
Yeah, if there is someone who says that they love the Lord and they don't want to go, why?
right. Yeah.
Like, do you actually love the Lord because that's where He is, just like you said?
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah.
But also with the Sunday morning worship service, I think it just depends. You know, I'd hold up my orange flag. I think it just depends. I think it's something to talk about because everybody's different. You know, if you feel as though you strongly, I don't know, you can't write down how to be a Christian.
Yeah, there's so much gray, and that's
Yeah.
kind of what you were talking about too. Is like maybe they're looking for a church. Maybe they're not a member of a church
Yeah.
because they're looking for a church. But it's all in the intent. Are
Yeah.
you looking for a church, or are you saying that and you just want to sleep in every Sunday?
Yeah.
Right. And I think that it's, sorry.
No, you can go.
I think that it's easy to get brought into the legalistic mindset of,
Yeah, I have to go every
yeah,
weekend.
well, if I have to be at church every single Sunday morning, and if you're not, then we have a
Right.
problem.
Right.
Because it's like, you know, talk about it. Heart posture.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. Okay. They vent to others about your relationship without bringing it to you first.
I'm going to see what you put. Because I think I agree with you.
Yeah.
That's what I put.
Yeah, that for me as well.
Two become one flesh.
Yeah.
And whenever somebody is ripped apart, they don't work very well.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. And if that's what you're preparing for a marriage, then why not practice, like, now?
I say red on vent. I say yellow on advice.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah.
If red, because, like you were saying, if you're ripped apart, like, you're not going to work very well. You don't want to ever, like, make your spouse or your partner or the person you're in a relationship with the villain.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're venting and not bringing it to them, for one, you're not giving them an opportunity to explain the situation. You're also not communicating very well, and you're allowing outside voices before you even talk to the actual person to, like, convince you that they are this way.
Yeah.
And advice, because like I can ask for advice without telling you everything that's going on.
Yeah, I mean, that's
And
important
so-
to seek counsel in that way.
The advice would be yellow for me. But
I think
venting,
Venting is the issue, because when you, and I could bring a problem to y'all and be like, Drake did this, and this. I'm not going to tell y'all what I did.
yeah.
I'm not going to say, well, like, I kind of started it, it's my fault, or I can own some of this.
Yeah.
And then it's going to discolor how you see Drake, and then everything's all messed up.
Yeah.
When I could just say, babe, I didn't really like the way you came in and slammed the door the other night. And then he says, I didn't even realize I slammed the door, I'm sorry. And then, oh, look, it's done.
Yeah.
Instead of being like, can't believe Drake slammed the door. Can y'all believe that? He must have been so mad at me, he didn't say anything, blah, blah, blah. And I didn't say that. When he walked in, I said, well, you're finally home. Like, all these things, like, you're not going to bring your issues to the table.
Yeah.
I've got two more, okay? They get physical when you argue, even if it's not with you.
Ready?
So, punching the wall. Yeah.
And I am gonna confess here, like, I'll get upset with things, like, if I'm working on a project and a screw stripped out, the screwdriver may be across the yard. Now, is that controlling my flesh?
Right.
No, that is not. And I think that that's something where, especially if that bothers Kinsey, hey, I don't like the way that you are physical whenever something doesn't work out. I 100% agree. I don't think that that's wise at all for me to act in that way. And also, I've noticed, like at work, there was some wet concrete that I drove through, and if anybody from work's listening to this, it was not me. But I drove through some wet concrete because there was just a little patch, and I was backing up a trailer, didn't see it, and man, I got mad. Like, I hit the truck and slammed the door shut, and the more that I do that, the more that I compromise, like from last episode, the easier it is for me to get mad in that way. So next time it may be I drop a screw and then the impact's across the room. Well, which, I mean, I wouldn't get that mad about dropping a screw, but the little compromises add up over time. So I think it's important to keep the dog on the shortest leash possible. And instead of driving through wet concrete and getting mad and slamming the truck door, take a minute and know that you make mistakes and it's okay.
And there's so much wisdom in that, because if you know that you're someone who lashes out like that, then you're more aware of the issue, and when something does happen, you can, okay, I need to walk away. I just need to walk away, and then I'll come back to it, instead of freaking out. And you never feel better. Like, it doesn't feel better. I remember one time Drake and I were arguing, and he kicked the wall, and he stubbed his toe, and he was like, gosh, this hurts so bad. And I was like, well, dummy, like, that's what you get. Like, you don't feel better when you do it. I do think this is an issue that a lot of men probably struggle with, because they've seen that mirrored in other men. They've learned that from other men. But I don't. It's also dangerous, because if they're physical with things around them, how long is it going to be before it's you? And so I just think there's slow down. If you do struggle with it, like you were saying, there's wisdom in that, because the first step to fixing a problem is knowing that you have a problem and trying to rein that in. But
I agree with what you said. Like, if they're physical with other things, how long is it going to be until they are with you?
Until the little compromises add up.
That's
For
why
sure.
I put the red flag.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, last one. They take initiative to split things fairly and check in to make sure the relationship is balanced. Figured we'd end on a I figured we'd end on a good one. Do y'all want to speak into that? Just kind of the, whether it's chores, whether it's time, whether it's money, whatever it is, just the checking in. It's something that's
Well, it shows that the person that you're with that you care about them,
right.
that they matter to you. It's not just something that you're in, but it's something that you want to work towards.
Yeah.
And it also shows their character, and also shows that you are not only seen, but you're heard and you're loved. And so, I don't know, and it's considerate. If you want that, so you give that too. It's a green flag, but you need to meet them too, and you need to pick up. Like I said, I have learned that the team word is very important.
Yeah.
It's not just an I want this or I want that or I want to be like this or I want you to do this, or it's a team. And acts of service is very important, and it should be part of everyone's love language. I 100% agree. I know that some people don't naturally act out in that, but it should be practiced.
Yeah.
Because that is what ultimately makes your partner feel more loved.
I mean, this is the whole picture of marriage is you wake up every day and you die to yourself. I mean, so if you're practicing that in a relationship, in a dating relationship, you're going to be that much better at it when you get married.
Yeah.
It's going to be tough, but you're going to be that much better at it. I mean, and people hear that before they get married, like my brother. Before he got married, he was like, no, it's not. It's not that. It's not like that. It's not that different from dating. It's yeah, it is, because you wake up every day and your spouse becomes before you in everything. And the goal in that is your spouse is also doing that. So you're constantly out serving each other, out honoring each other, out respecting each other. And then it just becomes something really easy. So when I wake up in the morning and Drake's stinky socks from work aren't in the laundry hamper, well, guess what? My stinky shirt that I wore to work out in last week wasn't in the laundry hamper either, and he didn't say anything to me, so I pick it up and put it in the laundry hamper. And that's a very tiny small example of it, but it is waking up every day and choosing, because it's a choice.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put you first. And how do I do that? I die to myself. I die to what I want to do. And like I said, the goal is that you're doing that to each other, so you're constantly serving each other, so you're constantly being fulfilled through service.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. It's very beautiful. Any final thoughts on what to look for in a potential partner?
Nope.
Are your partners measuring up to the things we've talked about today? So far, so good. I know both of your partners, so I would say so as well.
I think just finding somebody who's striving to be more like Jesus
Yeah.
is very, because if you're constantly striving to be more like Jesus every day, you're constantly denying your flesh.
Yeah.
You're constantly carrying your cross.
Yeah, these things are going to fall into place for sure. And that's not to say you're not going to struggle.
Right.
You're going to have sin struggles. Maybe you punch the wall when you get mad. Well, take that to his feet. Ask him to help you with it.
Yeah.
Well, that's all we have time for. So we'll see you next time.
Bye.
I like that game.